Aston Villa boosted their hopes of securing a European place with a 1-0 win over Fulham last night. Tyrone Mings scoring his first goal of the season in the Premier League means that they've moved up to 5th. Wow, that's such a healthy position. Unai Emery's side are now unbeaten in 10 Premier League matches. They could be playing European football next season for the first time since 2010. Gabby, when Unai came in, how did you feel about that?
The reason why I was very excited was I saw a manager who's not coming to a club to finish top 10, 11th, 12th. He's used to winning European competitions, won the Europa League 4 times. So I was excited with that prospect that Aston Villa brought in a manager who wants to have his team playing in Europe. And he's shown that since he's come in. You know, this team look well coached, you know, well trained. They all look hungry. Even when they lose the ball, they press. So together,
they're organised. They know their
organised.
roles,
and you just said there, you know, unbeaten in 10 games. In them 10 games, they conceded 3 goals. You know, and they've lost. The only team in Premier League history under a new coach to score in their first 20 games.
What I love about this is in last season when Manchester City won the title, and what was it again, 4 in the last 5 or 5 in the last 6 City have won, and then they add Haaland, then they add Alvarez, and we were all like, oh, season's over, season's done before it's even begun. But look at the way the Premier League's been almost tipped on its head this season. It's what makes it such a spectacle. One thing that I really like about the way things have worked out is Unai Emery turning down Newcastle. I think it's worked out brilliantly for both teams. Yes. Eddie going to Newcastle, they wouldn't have it any other way. And Unai wanting to go to Aston Villa. Yeah. There's something about that romance of a manager going, no, I want to go here and I think I can do things here. For everything that Steven Gerrard did and all that promise, it just goes to show, Ali, doesn't it? Like a manager coming in, not necessarily comparing them, but the way that the players are performing at the moment, it just goes to show what an excellent coach Unai is.
100%. I mean, he's been fantastic. I've got to say, the level of performance that Villa have put in since he's come must be beyond any Villa supporter's wildest dreams, because they've been fabulous. They've a very realistic opportunity of finishing European places, which would be a brilliant achievement. But there's been some great stories, and you're right to point them out. The Newcastle story is great. I didn't have them as far ahead of schedule as they are right now. I mean, and that place, again, is absolutely rocking. St James's, if you ever get an opportunity to go to the home games there, I mean, it's brilliant.
Back to Villa now, Ali. Back to Villa.
By the way, before I go back to Villa, I'll throw another one at you, and that's Brighton. Yeah. Brighton, I think I've got 4 games in hand on Villa. You know, the 5 points been at 4 games in hand. De Zerbi, what a job he's done. You think of the way that club's run, where they were 10, 15 years ago. You think about the players they've lost. It's so many great stories this year in the league. The league's been the best I can remember, but Villa, I've got to say, the form of Ollie Watkins.
He doesn't freeze anyone out either. You know, he brings in Moreno, but Lucas Digne gets game time. He'll bring him on if Moreno's getting tired. Then Dunker's been back in there. Traore they've brought back from a loan spell. And they're doing all this without Matty Cash injured, Kamara injured, Leon Bailey, you know, one of the biggest signings for Aston Villa, injured. Diego Carlos has come back from a long injury. He can't get back in the side because Konsa and Mings are so strong. And Tyrone Mings deserves some credit. Everyone was on his back, don't deserve to go to the World Cup, can't play from the back. If you watch Tyrone Mings now, his playing from the back has improved so much, you know, on the ball. And he's been outstanding for Aston Villa. And when you keep clean sheets, Ali, and you score goals, what happens? You get points, don't you?
Yeah, the goalie's been different class, hasn't he, as well? I've got to say.
European football potentially on the horizon. What would that mean to your club, Gab?
Since 2010, we was playing the Martin O'Neill in Europe, and when I look back now, Ali, the UEFA Cup back then, we didn't take seriously because we were so disappointed to miss out on top 4. The Champions League, it was like, okay, the UEFA Cup. But now you look at the Europa League, it's a big competition, and if Aston Villa could get into that, and even the Europa Conference League that West Ham are in at the moment, if we could qualify for that, it'd be outstanding. Got the fan base, got the stadium, got the owners.
You've got the manager for the Europa League as well. This guy knows exactly what to do in that competition, knows exactly how to win it. And you just know that he's going to go in there with such a bundle of confidence with that team next season if you manage it.
He's going to be given money as well. Yeah, he hasn't been given much. He's going to be backed in the summer. He will get rid of a couple of players that maybe are not up to it, but he'll bring in the right players as well. Okay,
here's a stat for you. Leeds have dropped 20 points from winning positions this season. That is a team that suggests they are low on confidence. Last night, did it again against Leicester. Jamie Vardy coming off the bench and scoring a late equaliser, nicked a point for Leicester. Let's just discuss Leicester and Leeds' chances of staying up, because Leicester are now just a point above the relegation zone and Leeds are 2 points clear of it. Who's your money on? I mean, if you really had to look at it, Gabby, and I know I ask you this all the time, but you had to predict who the bottom three will be at the end of the season and who's going down, who would it be?
So I have Southampton bottom, then Forest, then Leeds, because I just look at Leeds, the amount of goals they conceded 63 goals this season, joint with Bournemouth. No clean sheet since 25th of February. It's been 10 games. Their next game is Bournemouth away. Bournemouth looks strong now. They know one more win, they can be safe. Then it's Man City away, Newcastle home, West Ham away, Tottenham at home. That's 3 points, maybe Spurs at home last game of the season, because they'll be on the beach probably, not playing for anything. But you look at that, I don't think they'll get enough points. Then you look at Leicester, Everton at home, I think they can win that one. Fulham away, Fulham last night looked like they're on the beach, had one shot against Aston Villa. So that's 2 wins for Leicester. Liverpool at home, they could get a draw. Newcastle away, you say they'd lose, then West Ham at home. So I think Leicester's fixtures are more favourable than Leeds. So I'd say Leeds are down with Forest and Southampton for me.
Okay, Leeds fans, 81089 at TS Breakfast. You're right to reply against Gabby Agbonlahor. He always seems to dig it in, doesn't he? With you, it's almost like he hates Leeds.
Saw some nice Leeds fans though in Mallorca.
You told me off air you hate all Leeds fans.
No, but they said some nice things about yourself, Laura, Ali, Alan,
really?
myself. So they love the breakfast show on talkSPORT. Always listen.
Lovely.
But they said leave Jurgen Klopp alone as well. But I said, okay, I will.
You and Jurgen are old mates. I can see you two going for a beer one day together. Bygones and bygones.
Sangria. I started sangrias on holiday. Very nice drink.
I want to hear more about this. Tell me all these
red
stories.
Red or white?
White, mate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I knew it'd be white. I knew Gabby would go white.
I hate sangria.
You're red.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods, Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.